Morning, Kali. Welcome to the stream. This is quite an odd hour for me to actually do one, but so glad you could pitch in. Um, I'm just gonna get right to it. I've got 90 portal stones to burn, as you can see on the screen. Let me share my thoughts on this event. I want to go through the rewards and pop out some views and in terms of what I think this event is worth and how far I think as as a player you want to go or not for this event. So let me quickly run through first the information that pops up on the screen. I'm pretty sure all of us have seen this. So this is a global event, Gathering Storm. Obviously, a lot of streamers have already covered this, so I'm not going to go in depth in terms of the actual sort of milestones and stuff like that. But as you can see, the event is the way it works, and if it's not clear so far, you want to stick on and listen to the next bit of what I'm going to say. So when the devs live stream went off, they weren't really, in my opinion, very clear in terms of how this event is run. Neither did I find that they explicitly brought out how effective the Storm Maidens will be or would not be with the new X skill Titans. It was interesting to see that they are releasing X skills for maidens, Storm Maidens, before releasing them, releasing Titans with just normal skill buffs. I did hear that the reason for doing this is because of some game balancing issues, but we shall see. We shall see how that works out. Now, let me explain as best as I can what the way this event works basically. Right, so you have a normal event, right? You have the normal rewards chain for this event. You have an event that can be finished by putting in a massive 22,000 souls, but you do have almost 4 days, right? 4 days to do this event. You get a 1.2 booster for using any Norse or Lightning Titan. So that is a 1.2 boost. Now, the other thing now, moving on from this, is there is a global, as you can see on here, a global soul count. So what that means is, let's say you are in an alliance that by the end of this week, oh hello Ricardo, welcome to the stream. So by the end of this week, end of this event, let's say your team in total puts up, let's say, 1,000,000 souls. Okay, just as an example. All right. So what that means is that we would need 200 alliances like your own alliance, so that we can hit that last little icon on the right of the screen there. All right. So that means is that if the whole game, that includes all servers, all players, all alliances, that is, putting all the alliance totals together, if the total reaches 200 million souls, right? Keep that in mind. It's 200 million souls. Then the game will unlock Storm Maidens. All right. Okay. So that seems quite a lot, right? And I've been looking at Facebook, and people been saying, hey, that's a ridiculously high soul count, and maybe it is. All right, maybe it is. And here's my theory on how and why this may have been the case. First of all, 200 million uh, can, this if you notice something there, the icons will only pop up when the particular milestones are met, right? So we don't see a progress bar between, let's say, 40 million souls and 80 million souls, right? Because at 80 million souls we get an epic token, I believe, right? So you don't get that, you don't see that. And the reason I think is could be one of the things that they are doing this so they can fish out the hackers, right? Now we know how quickly hackers can put up massive amount of souls in matter of minutes, right? It's what I mean. For hackers, it's probably a matter of I don't know how it works, but tweaking some code or something like that, I don't know, but they can get those soul counts pretty high pretty soon. So by not revealing the progress bar, they are very likely able to sort of fish out the hackers. That could be one of the reasons why they're not showing us the progress bar, and also why it is at such a high soul count. Now also keep in mind that once the whole server manages to get to 200 million souls, okay, and this is for all of you who haven't been able to find time to catch up on the devs live stream. What they mentioned is that once the server hits 200 million, the whole game hits 200 million souls, what will happen is that the Asgardian Hall will unlock. What that means is, it doesn't mean that everyone in the game will be able to build that hall. You will be able to build that hall as long as you have a castle level 14, right? So that is that's what it is. That's what you need to have. And so the first step will be, you'll have to build the Asgardian Hall. All right. The next step would be, automatically, because you have the Asgardian Hall at level 14, you will be able to build the Storm Maidens. Hey Jim NTG, welcome to the stream, and glad you could join in. So as I was saying, so that's what will happen, guys. So you unlock the Asgardian Hall at level 14. You get your lightning troops also at level 14 then. So what that means is, let's say you are castle level 20, right? So what that means is, your Asgardian Hall, in my view, will still be Asgardian Hall level 14. I may be wrong on this, right? Okay, maybe if you're castle level 20, you get to build a castle level 20 Asgardian Hall. Either way, you will then be able to build a Storm Maiden at that level. So it will be at the level of the Asgardian Hall, right? Think we'll make 200 million? You know what, Jim? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that will work out. It's it could be. Now, let's look at this way. Right now, I mean, it was quite. It's been quite a while back that 40 million has been unlocked. What the devs said in their live stream was, they expect, okay, and this is they are making this I guess assumption based on how the previous events have been panning out. They say that 200 million will be accomplished by Saturday morning UK time. All right, and that's, I think, Saturday evening in the US. Hey Trevor Lee, I'm not, of course I'm not sure which time zone that is in the US, but there you go. All right, that's what they think. Now my view in this is, given the way the event is going, I have my doubts. If you're going to meet 200 million. um, and this is partially because of the way the rewards chain is lined up. Now let's go through the rewards chain, and we'll talk about this bit of Titans later on. But let me quickly bring up the rewards chain. Right? Okay. So all right. So you can see, well, we're doing kind of 56ish, meh, but there we are. All right. So let's look at the rewards chain. Now here's my issues with the event, and I kind of agree. If you haven't watched Game Rescue's video, I think he echoes what I'm going to be saying here. But let me add a bit of my own own thoughts on this. Jim says, unlock 40 million about 9 hours ago into the event, but I don't know about 200 millions. Yeah, see, that's what it is. It's always in the start of the event, a lot of people will go on. There'll be that spike of activity. A lot of people will jump in, do a lot of souls, but then as the weekend comes in, it depends on how, some people like to finish the event early on and then just relax and have an event, have a weekend to do their regular life stuff, right? Sometimes people will only start doing events on the weekend, but I think majority of the people will start will start seriously grinding. It's normally towards the start and towards the end of the events. That's, I think, where the spikes come on. So although we have seen a 40 million head start on this event, the activity will kind of slow down relatively now, and then probably level at during somewhere mid weekend, and then spike up again towards the end of the weekend. So that's somewhere towards the last 12 hours or so of the event. 12 to, let's say, yeah, almost 12 to 16 hours before the close of the event, we should see again a repeat, sort of a very high rise in activity as people try to climb up on those ranks. All right, let me just quickly get back to this event. So what I was going to say is, if you look at the rewards chain, right now, let's go up right directly up to what is it, 12,000, I think it is. Okay, 12,000 souls. Okay, now if some of you have been doing the theaters of war like me, hey Zom, welcome to stream, man. If you have been doing the theaters of war like myself, okay, and I will admit I did spend a little bit on the theaters. I spent, what was it, I think about 7,000 gems. I think that's about right. I spent 7,000 gems on the theaters of war, and I'll tell you what, I managed to get every relic there is up to 12,000 souls, and you know what, I think most of you would have done the same even without spending that much, right? We got the 3-star whetstone, all right, something for the Storm Maidens. Norse Talisman, also something for, I think, the Storm Maidens as well. But look at that, if you have already got all these relics from the theaters of war up to 12,000 souls, what that tells you as a person on this event is like, hey, you know what, if you really want to get something out of the event, you have to, basically your event will really start at 14,000 souls with that Skullgrim. Okay, now, so that's the problem. That's the problem I have the event. Okay, that's, and so here's my here's what I'm gonna be doing. I am not gonna do the event in the true sense, right? What that means is I will not be going even to Skullgrim, even though I don't have him. I don't have Skullgrim. I don't have Grimwald. And obviously I don't have any of the 4-star Norse relics. So, but you know what? I don't know how effective Storm Maidens are going to be yet. And given that Storm Maidens are here to stay, right? And also on that point, right? If the server does not hit 200 million souls, I mean, it's not that the devs are going to say like, hey, we are not going to give you Storm Maidens. That's not going to happen. They are absolutely and absolutely bang on going to release Storm Maidens before the start of next week. That's going to happen. That's what I honestly feel. So that 200 million, it's just kind of a thing they've done to kind of spur us on, to give us something to work as a community, and I appreciate that. Okay, I appreciate that. But that said, I don't think we as a community need to be worried, okay, that hey, what's gonna, if we don't get 200 million, wow, we're just gonna not get Storm Maidens. That's not gonna happen. Storm Maidens are gonna come out irrespective. And the devs did say on the live stream that they do have plan B, right? And I know, what the plan B is gonna be probably. I feel this is, they're gonna say, you know what, okay, 200 million, you can't do 200 million, all right, okay, so maybe they'll say, right, okay, you got to do X number of battles or something. I don't know. I think that's not making sense. But they will have a plan that will ensure that the Storm Maidens are unlocked for us by the end of the week. And the reason I also say this is because the devs plan all these events weeks, if not months in advance, right? So if not, things will avalanche in a negative way if we as if the Storm Maidens are just not unlocked, right? They cannot be reliant on us as a community um, to realize changes in the game, which they have been planning for a long time. All right. So I don't think you should be super worried. So there you go. So what my view on the event is, and I know it's a bit negative. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from doing the event. There are definite positives, and I think I'll probably talk about that as well. But it is not an event that's value for money. I think it'd be worth, if any of you haven't checked out Jason Jerome's video where he brings up his exam, his executive summary on the event, and how it compares to previous events in terms of the number of work hours you got to put in and the gems you'll have to spend. The event is right up there. It's probably in the top 4 most expensive events. But also keep in mind that, and this is true, this is one of the very few events that you actually get 2 X-Kill Titans in the same event. From what I understand, I think it was the event in which we had Odin as well, that had Valkyrie also in the rewards chain. all right, which is also X skill. So there are not many events which have got 2 X skill Titans. So if you do want an X skill Titan, Skullgrim, the new version, right? It's a new version, and you want where's that, the Grimwald? Then there you go. Then this is the event you want to do. Okay, but now if you don't have Odin, Valkyrie, or any of these Norse Titans, or Loki being one of them as well, you are going to have to grind further on because you do not get that 1.2 boost. All right. While I do this talking, let's do a bit of grind as well. So that's what you need to keep in mind. It's not going to be an easy event. All right, it's going to require a lot of work hours. Now, one of the other reason you might want to do this event is because you want to unlock, I think it's the braces of wrath or something, one of the relics in the Pantheon. I'm personally I've not really gone out seriously on the Pantheon, and one of the reasons, well, I don't have any relic space, man. I don't have any relic space. But if you are into the Pantheon stuff, you want that relic, and it's a pretty good relic, to be honest. I'm not sure, I don't remember the actual skills on top of my head, but it is a good relic. If that is the case, all right, you might want to go for this event. But man, that's the thing. I think these relics will come out again. It's like, it's, if you think of it this way, right? It's like saying, here we are, we're giving you this new troops, okay, and here are the 4-star relics for boosting those these new troops, and they come at what, 18,000 souls, something ridiculous like that. They can't expect everyone to get those, right? And so the natural extension of that is that eventually, these relics are going to come out. It's like saying, hey, you can only get a mount armor from the event. You do get mount armors from battle drops, and I got one pretty recently. So they can't, it's not going to happen. You are going to get these relics come out in the drops. They cannot make them event only drops. So because of that, and given that the fact that what I need is only available after 12,000 souls, for me the event is a no. And there is also one one other reason that makes me want to save even further on. All right, and here's what it is. All right, so the other thing that devs mentioned in the live stream was the fact that next week we're going to have Toland. All right, Toland, the physical 4-star ranger. Okay, as someone who doesn't have a Toland, and also as someone who appreciates that, and I think you'll agree as well, that rangers are the yeah, Toland, yeah, there you go, Ricardo, it's Toland, yeah. Toland has the potential, although you got to be very lucky to get the skills in the old roles. Toland can be a beast, and when I say, I'm not saying that we're trying to subdue that in any way or form. Toland, and if you are following me on Facebook, I have shared a dream build, obviously using Yuki's website, fantastic website, dotdatabase.net. Do check it out. I have shown that Toland is the best archer buffing titan there is. All right, in terms of its possibilities, right? In the old meta, in the old kind of rules. But now, coming back to the devs mention of the event, next week we're going to have Toland, and here's what I think. It's going to be I think it is a midweek event, is what they mentioned. The other thing as well, this event will probably be an individual event. I just think so, and the reason is, whenever they come out with archers, re-release new archers for the first time, it tends to be an individual event. All right, just going from what I could have been seeing from the past. Okay, so and now you're going to have a lot of people splurging on this event. So when that comes to individual event, if you have the time and you haven't done that, you can go all out for the Toland event and really cut it out. And in that event, Ricardo says you can use exactly, that's the next point I was going to bring up. Brilliant point, Ricardo. Yeah, the devs also said that you can use any relic, any old relic you have, right? That means any relic that I don't think it includes. It probably won't include your divine relics or divine tokens, right? One of those, whatever those are, but everything else will count. Yeah, no, it's okay. So guys, that's why I am super amped to go for the Toland event. I'll show you my my relic storage, and it's kind of ridiculous, and it's almost no brainer for me that I can. Oh, look at that! I got a 4-star Mountain Fist. Ooh, oh man. Well, let me take a screenshot of this. But I just have too many, man. I just have way too many Mountain Fists. But also I've got way too many unused sort of event boosting thingies, right? And let me show you that. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Now, okay, let me show you my relic storage, right? Okay, look now. Hold on to your horses, guys. Look at this. Check this out. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1-stars. All right, it's a curse scores from the last poison event. Okay, and they were from the theaters, I think. I've got 2 3-stars. I don't think I have any 4-star, but there you go. See, I've got all these, and I've been using up my Titan Soul. So you go. See, I've got so many of these. Lol, give me a few. Yeah. Well, man, obviously, I mean, in terms of that, obviously, I have spent on that theater to get these, so it's not really free. But you know what? I have all of that. Okay. Plus, okay, I don't know if I can scroll through. I have got about 2 or 3 from. Let me see if I can bring that up. It'll probably take me a long time to swipe through, but I do have event relics for this event as well. All right, where is that? Man, you gotta scroll so much. There you go. Look at that. I have those Stunger's mead, and I believe these meads are also. I think I've got 2 3-stars as well. All right. Now, because the dev said I can use any of them, I am super amped because I'm probably going to be doing the Toland event, unless it's like, I don't know, like 27k souls or something. I will be able to do the Toland event pretty much for free. Okay, so right, let me cross that out because there are too many of them. So because of that, all of those reasons said above, I am not doing this event for these new Titans. So yeah, that's my opinion, guys. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't do the event at all. Okay, there is value in the fact that there are 2 4-star Titans available, and you might say like, hey, I've got all these. I want to unlock the Pantheon, that particular collection. I want to do the collection, all of that stuff. It's your own sort of, well, as they say, it's your money, do what you want. But my opinion is, is pretty straight out. I wouldn't go crazy in this event. Okay. And now let's talk about a bit about Toland. Okay. All right. And yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just rambling on and on. If you guys, you guys want to tell me your, your view on this event, I'm more than happy to sort of debate that, and we can talk about that. Okay. Put that in the comments. But yeah. So Toland. Now this new Toland, is going. The dev said is going to have revamped skills. Okay. So now there are a lot of possible skills they could put on. Now the current Toland, and there have been a lot of versions of Toland out there. The old ones, they had an Archer X skill. One of the Archer X skill was there in one of the latest versions, and you could. But then the reason Toland could be really awesome is in the old setup there was a possibility of getting 3 archer buffing damage buffing skills, and one of them will be an X skill. And that's why, and I would really encourage all of you to go on to Facebook. I'll try and put that in the description over here, but I am pretty active on the fan base over there, and I have shared on that you can absolutely make Toland an absolute killer, and I'm saying this in terms of he can be even better than Siggy on offense. Probably. Pretty debatable. More archery X skills would be great. Yeah. Relics. Oh, relics. Yeah, but that'd be nice as well, having more relics for archers. But there are quite a few. There are a lot more available now. Maybe a lot more available now for for lightning, for Odin, right? For Odin, you can have that. The best relic out there is the Bow of Kings, man. Bow of Kings is an absolute killer. If you haven't got a Bow of Kings, let me show you that as well. And I got this baby right in the last event, the Bow and Blade event. Fantastic event, by the way. Uh, I, uh, I think I finished it. I think I finished the event. Where's the relic there? Look at this baby here. Bow of Kings. There you go. Bow of Kings, right? There you go, guys. Look at that. Maxed out, all of that maxed out. This is by far the best relic for archers. Okay, I would love to know if anyone thinks there's a relic better than this one. But Bow of Kings is, in my opinion, the best relic for, because it gives you a net 70% boost for your archer damage, which is crazy. All right, coming from a single relic, I consider this relic pretty much on par with with all. I would call this a 4.5 star relic. Okay, Ricardo Trevor says, anybody wanting to be ahead of the wave when the lightning meta has got to go all in for this event. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. If you wanna have that extra that game ahead, you can go for this event. Yeah. I'm not discouraging Trevor. I'm only sort of citing my opinion, the way I see it. But there's definite value. So if you go all the way to this event, you get all these obviously fantastic relics for your Storm Maidens, and you couple that in with those new Storm Maiden X skills that you get with the new Titans. You're going to be definitely ahead of the game, and what that means is, that you will be able to rampage many of the garrisons. No doubt about that. So yeah, there you go, guys. So that is true. That is true. But why? The reason I keep my reservations is, they are going to have these relics come out again in some form or the other, and it's going to be for cheaper. It's just what my opinion is. Because also, now let's also talk about the fact that there are going to be several, not several, but many new Lightning Titans going to be released as well, right? Ricardo says, I also will not be in this event. First, I need to evolve the troops. Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah, so it depends on what troops are. I mean, for me, I think. Well, obviously, when the Asgardian Hall is unlocked, I should be able to get my Storm Maidens to I don't know what level 21 is, what 22 is my castle levels. But I don't know how that works. But I definitely get my Storm Maidens pretty high. But yes, without any Titan boosting Storm Maidens damage, I probably will not be that OP attacker right from the bat. But eventually, and I probably mean in the next few months, I think I will be okay. I do have my Odin, which naturally sort of grants some, not massive, but some damage boost for Storm Maiden. So I'm not too upset. But yeah, they will be at level 14 or 16 for all players, right? Yeah, that's Ricardo. That's something I do not know for sure. Because they say that, well, this gun hall will unlock at 14. It could be, right? I don't know. Could be that we all have to actually level up our guardian halls and actually level up our guardian halls to build them. But it just feels that the way it will probably be is that our guardian hall, although we'll have to probably level it up to whatever castle level, or whatever max level you can, but whatever it is. But oh, actually, no, hold on. Asgardian Hall level 14 maybe that already unlocks Storm Maidens at a particular at a particular level. I don't know. Yeah. But either way, whatever it is, it should not take too long for you to get your Storm Maidens to the level that you want to use it as. That's my opinion. All right. We shall see. The other comment from Ricardo: against the Panthers, these new troops are very good. Yeah. But I already have a set of archers. See, yes, and I'm pretty sure many of you have done this sort of test as well. If you've done the gold theaters and all the theaters with level 25 Storm Maidens, if you go in with archers, and even I would say lightly buffed archers, those Storm Maidens are pretty much meat. They can't stand. Now again, another thing is these theater, these monument Storm Maidens are pretty weak, right? They are unbuffed. There's nothing going on there, so they die pretty quickly. But even then, man, if you're gonna go in, let's say you're taking an Odin with archers, which is what I did. We're talking crazy armor piercing, crazy damage. Any buff you're gonna put in, even X buffs in terms of health, all right, and armor on Storm Maidens. Only exception is if you can get some range resists on your maidens, which will be actually pretty sweet. They're not going to stand a chance. All right, so that's what I think. So maidens are good and all, but archers still, and feel free to say I'm wrong on this. That archers I think are the best troop in the game, probably in line with Panthers, right? Because Panthers, well, they are OP. Everyone can, the speed rating aspect makes them pretty OP. So there you go. Alright, guys, so that's what I think of this event. So I will do 2,500 souls for sure to get myself all those sweet free tokens. I think 3 tokens that is. Oh, Volodymyr, sorry, I'm probably sort of murdering your name. But welcome to the stream, man. Nice to catch you on for the first time. I think I'm seeing you. What do you think about the next event, Rapid Fire? The next event, Toland event, in my view, I don't know how, obviously I don't have information on how good the event will be in terms of the rewards and stuff like that, but I think Toland, being an archer, I love it. Being a ranger, I love it, and that fact he can boost archers, absolutely something I want to go for. Obviously there is always that likelihood of getting a bad roll with X kill titans and stuff like that. But he's an archer and ranger, and I'll definitely go for it. And the fact that you can use any tokens, any event relics in the next event, makes me even more sort of excited about that event. Hey, Swayam Berserker, welcome, man. What's the full form of OP? Overpowered? That was it? I don't know. Uh, so yeah, so that's what it is. That's what it is. All right. I say do the now again I like to keep this mention again. I'm not discouraging. I'm not trying to say don't do this event, it's pathetic and stuff like that. No, it's not. There is value. There's value. It's just how you see the game. You want to be on the top of the meta right away. And I don't really think Storm Maidens are the meta at the moment, even though I don't know. I still, because archers and panthers, man, they still can hold their own, right? And let me actually bring up one titan which I think can be a very good counter for Storm Maidens. And I don't know if you guys can guess it. And if you're watching this video on replay, maybe pause before you can watch any further. Right, so what I think is, if you have a Saphira, okay, and I know some of you must have gotten Saphira from the event. Saphira's got Panthers and Archers, the 2 troops that are considered OP. Right? OP. If you now, let's say you're going up against one of these new X-Skilled Storm Maidens, right? What you could do is your Saphira, okay, you keep your Archers in the front, kind of opposite really. Storm Maidens will come and try to attack your Titan, which is Saphira, or probably Saphira at the back. While they do that, your archers will just massacre all the Storm Maidens. All right. It's so it to me, Saphira could be. It's one of them. I'm not saying that's the only one, but Saphira has got a very nice counter. If we discourage everyone not to the event, then it's not good for the community soul count. Swayam, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not discouraging. I'm not saying don't do it. But the fact is, Swayam, if you think of this, right? If if let's say by the end of this week, and there's a good chance this might happen, that end of this week, yeah, we don't actually do 200 million souls as a as a whole community, right? Do you really think that the devs are going to be like, hey, we're not going to give you Storm Maidens? Okay. So when you think of this, you might then come to the conclusion that, well, they want us to have Storm Maidens. They've worked on this for so long. They're not going to dangle that carrot for, like, they're not going to say like, hey, do another event, okay, to unlock them. I don't think that's going to happen. I think what will happen is they will still unlock Storm Maidens, all right, but but it might just have some different flavor. I'm not really sure, and I'm happy for anyone to take a guess of what they might do as a plan B, because the devs did say they have a plan B for this event for if we don't meet that 200 million soul mark. All right, so that's what I think about this. That's what I think. I think we will have Storm Maidens very soon. And when I say that, it will, the devs will be like, hey, okay, so you're not meeting the goals. Maybe we'll just give it to you. All right. So hey, Raghavendra Rao, Kumar, welcome, man, welcome to stream. So yeah, guys. So that's what I think of the event. Okay. Again, take it as you will. And I keep saying this again. I'm not saying it's a pathetic event. But as it will be clear if you watch Jason Jerome's videos, Game Rescue's take as well on it. The general consensus seems to be it's not a cheap, it's one of the more expensive events. All right. So but one point which is I agree with is that if you want to be if you want your hands on the shiny new totally buffed, you want to have totally buffed Storm Maidens, then go for it. All right. It might take you a little bit to sort of forge those 4-star relics up, level up your Grimwald and whatnot, but you'll have an advantage as well. And many of the some of the defenses that are based on Panthers will be good. You'll be good against, right? So yeah, definitely value that. So set your own goals, and that's what I say, guys. When you're doing all these events, don't feel pressured to do them. All right. It's very tempting to go and do every event there is out there, and I'll admit to you guys, man. There was a time when I would look at it like, wow, there's something new. I have to get this, and I'll buy, I'll buy, I'll spend some crazy amount of cash on this, and then I literally think like, hey, man, I got all these relics now, but man, I don't think I can level them now because I don't have titans that can use them, or I have other projects to work on, right? So so I've cut back on my craziness for the events. Again, there are times when I give in to temptation and whatnot, but I advise, and kind of, if you're I'm not free to play, all right. I do spend there, you just but yeah, what I suggest is anyone who's new to the game and you're watching my video, all right, save your tokens. Save your tokens. When you get tokens, man, save them. Save till you have about 20 to 30 tokens, some decent amount of gems, and you can do a complete event without spending a dime. All right. Pretty much. Maybe you'll have to buy. Maybe you'll have to use some of your saved portal stones and stuff like that, but you can do it. All right. Swam says, but it's pathetic event. Lol. Nothing there's unless you reach for. Yeah. See, that's. Yeah. I'm glad you agree. So So anyone who's joining here new, let's go through the reward chain again, right? Okay, let's look at what you get till you get to 14,000 souls. Oh, there you go, a storm token for me. You'll collect that. Thank you very much. Now let's start from here. You got 50 portal stones, blah blah blah, 100 gems, cool. 100 portal stones, appreciate that. Nice. Storm token, Kelvin. Ooh, that's something which the free to pay, whatever the new players will you might like to use that potentially. I don't know, it's not the best one, but anyway. Storm token again, 200,000 souls, and at 2.5k souls you get 200 portal stones. So if you only do 2,500 souls, you will rack up 350 portal stones for the next event if you don't use them. Okay, and you will get 250 gems. You get a nice little Kelvin just like that. Just throw it in there. Pre-level, level 10 one, could be good food. There you go. And if you go a little bit further, 750 gems as well. All right. Valvin is okay if you're a new player. Don't know, not super amped about that, but it's okay. Right. Now, Raghavendra Kumar, I'm going for the banner, man. That is, yeah, and I'll talk about the banner, man. Banner is, ooh, it's a very good relic. I'll talk about that. Yeah, I can see why you want to go for that. Wallet Mayor says Game Rescue said if the Toland will have Archer's offensive skills and Spearman defense skills, he'll be incredible. Yeah, man. Yeah. Imagine that, right? Imagine almost having that's like saying your Toland is like a Siggy. All right. X skilled defensive skills for Spearman, X skilled offensive skills for X skilled offensive skills for archers. Crazy, right? And then you can put in all the relics that a physical type can get, and it's great. Imagine getting a Stormbringer on that. Crazy stuff. All right, okay, I'll talk about that later on. Oh yeah, Raghavendra, you said why I think it's good. I'll talk about that in a second. Right, let me first address Swam's sort of said about, there's nothing useful up to 14,000 souls. So and I agree with that. Now, look at all the things you get up to 14,000 souls and tell me honestly, if for all of you who have actually done the Theatres of War, the last one, and when I say that you've done all of them on a regular basis, when the time has run out and stuff like that, you might have gotten all these relics already. 3-star whetstone, 3-star Norse talisman. Come on, serrated edge. You might have even got all of these. So that's why the things that are new only start at 14,000 souls. All right, so that's why it is. Okay, and I got exactly. I got everything as well till 14,000 souls. So why? So it just doesn't make sense for me to do this. But yeah, now if the event had some nice goodies, some better goodies within that, I may have been tempted, but I don't know even then. Right? Okay. Now, and one thing which Game Rescue brought out, and I totally agree. Now look at that. One at 15,000 souls. I mean, if you do 15,000 souls, what do you get? You get 150 gems, man. Divine gems. Come on, right? Okay, that should have been at least, I don't know, at least 250 or 300, man. I don't know. Okay, well, there you go. 16,000 souls, pretty good. 2.25k gems, decent. Everything after that is obviously pretty good. You get all the 4-star neat stuff, and you get and look at that, Banner of Storm. Okay, the first one is a lightning damage. Sweet. Okay, I think that probably goes up to 50%. I think. It's worth 1,300 weeks ago. Oh man, yeah. So it's yeah, exactly. It's not worth that, right? So Banner of the Storm, 50% lightning damage. The second one is, I think it's like 30% troop damage. All right, from what I've heard. And the last one is 30% Titan and army armor piercing. Keep everything aside. The second skill, 30% troop damage. That's troop damage, and the reason is troop damage is always better than any elemental damage because it's the way the scaling works. Okay, I'm not too good with the mathsy bit of that, but Boganora in his latest video, I think it was stream, he I think he there was someone who explained that pretty well on that. So yeah, there you go. Ricardo's put that pretty brilliantly. Banner is super OP. 30% troop damage is more than 60% of archers, for example. Yeah, there you go. See, that's absolute true. And that's why Banner of Storm. So Raghavendra, if you're watching, that's why. That's why it's good. So man, if you're going up to 20,000 souls, I do not blame you for wanting that relic. A good relic, especially, and if you have a Odin, think of the possibilities. All right, there you go. So imagine having that along with Bow of Kings, and you're talking some serious damage, man. Serious damage. Okay, let's get back to a bit of grinding. You got anything left? Okay, so got how many? Got 50, 51 portal stones. See, I'm not like doing this. I'm not doing this event under pressure or anything. So, but I do have 100 portal stones I got from the last event, and that's why you see so many portal stones on my account. And I want to use them up. Then get a lot of relics for fusion, for fusion food and stuff like that. Oh, and the other thing, guys, there is the talk of there being a fusion event next week, right? So how many of you caught that on the live stream? That's pretty cool, right? The other thing they said is that there is going to be a guaranteed berserker pull event as well from the temple. Now, for those of you who are doing this event, it's actually a good thing because you get a, if you probably get two epic tokens from this event. One from actually doing the event, and one from if the whole community does a certain amount of souls. I think what 80,000 souls, 80 million souls. Yeah, fusion next week, right? Ron, I have a trick to play in theaters of war for good rewards without spending gems but portals. Yeah, why not? Share if you got any interesting ways, man. Type away, man. It's anything that helps the community. If there's a way you can without spending gems and stuff like that, man, share away. So yeah, guys, that's and yeah, fusion event. So now you get a berserker pool event, and again, this was what I'm saying is not new. I'm not claiming to be the first person to have realized this, but if you watch, well, I think Game Rescue and others mentioned as well, there aren't many. I think there's like what 16 or something, 16 berserkers in game in total. Okay, I may be wrong on the number, but they're not more than a few dozen out there. Well, probably a dozen. That's it. All right. So what that means is if they do a guaranteed berserker pull event from the temple, and if you have an epic token saved up, you could possibly land a Mamesh, which is something which Game Rescue brought, and man, my the hair on top of my head was like ooh, it was like I got a cold shiver from that, and that's true. Imagine getting a Mamesh from the temple, and this is one of the few times you can probably get that with a very good chance of that happening. So I would say all of you, if you haven't got a Mamesh, or if you just want to look for some food, then just save up, save those tokens and wait for that event to drop. Maybe you get a Mamesh, maybe you get something else, but you can or nothing else, you get a brilliant high level fusion food for your event. Raghavendra says alliance is on 21. Oh wow, I'll check out your alliance, man, and that's awesome, man. 21 is great. You get a second Titan as well, so that's awesome, and well done on you guys for your effort. Um, Always nice to get a second chance at a role for Titans. I think after this battle I'll check it out. I'll check your alliance out. Give a shout out to your alliance. All right, so battle zone, that was level 24. Big. No, my Valkyrie is getting up. Probably I'll get to level 52 by the end of tomorrow, which is good because I don't tend to use Valkyrie a whole lot. But I do have probably one of the best builds of Valkyrie in the game. No, I'm not trying to boast, but I think it is generally one of the best builds, and I'll show you guys why. Let's have a quick look at Oh wow, look, we're on 60. Okay, probably gonna land up in the getting a Titan XP relic, but oh well, what can you do, right? Oh, sorry, leaderboard. What am I doing? Leaderboard. Top 50, 21. So Titanfall. Hey, big shout out to Titanfall, Kumar. I don't know why I said Raghavendra Rao. I think I have a friend who's got Rao as like a name, so I keep saying that. But sorry about that. Uh, Titanfall, man, big shout out. You guys are doing well. 359,000 souls, crazy, man, crazy, crazy. Keep smashing it up. Um, if someone can do a quick math, I don't know, man. I don't know what the total is, but obviously, look at that. Events are us killing it. Shout out to Game Rescue. Obviously, his dream must be doing pretty well there. Almost a million souls by one alliance. That's crazy, man. I can't imagine that. There seems to be another events or a team at rank 5, I think. That's pretty cool as well, right? You call me Kumar, I'll call you Kumar, man. That's cool. That's cool. Um, so yeah, there you go. Look at that. 5 events are as well, man. That's crazy. Two Beta Legends. Yeah, Beta Legends. Obviously, they did very well in the Throne Wars, right? That's cool. So some very noticeable events. Oh, look at that. League of Gods just above you. Doing pretty well. 20, but this got interesting. They normally rank higher than that, I think, right? But I like this. I like this. Obviously doing well. Events RS 2. Look at that. So we got 3 Events RS teams. Killing it, killing it. Oh, shout out to Momo Squad. They are part of our Suicide Squad family. Shout out to them. NTG War, you guys obviously do well. Upper Class, I've played with you, or not played with you, but played in the same service. You guys are, man, you're a strong team. Well done. Elite Squad, again, Suicide Squad, a big shout out to them. Kraken, obviously our team as well. Smurfs, are they the same Smurfs that I used to see before? Don't see them much around. There you go, that's my Alliance Stone Beast at 221. Pretty modest, I think. Not bad. But yeah, we're cracking it up well. A lot of war gods and stuff. So good alliances. Cracking all nicely done. Oh hey, Volodymyr, you just subscribed to my channel. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Let's continue on the grind. I've got 45 stones. How long I've been streaming? 53 minutes and 12 people watching, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah. It's about 10:45 a.m. here in the UK. I do not expect a lot of Brits watching this, but I think there in Southeast Asia it should be what about 3 p.m. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm catching. I appreciate being able to catch some of you guys there, and also in Eastern Europe. I should catch a few of you guys. So, man, thank you guys for tuning in. I think the most I've ever got on my stream is like what, 15, I think. But I just do the streams. I'm not doing the, I just do it for fun, man. So any you guys tune in, it's all fun, man. 3:16 p.m. All right, yeah, there you go. So afternoon, maybe you guys are winding down from work or stuff like that, yeah. And it's a Friday, right? So take it easy, right? Relax, do the event, some other stuff as well. Yeah, it's pretty good for me. I'm just kind of taking a day off from work because I tend, yeah, kind of the nature of my work is I can tend to work from home as well a couple of days. So that's what it is. So sitting back, relaxing, doing what I can in the event. Look at that, 22 Panthers. Probably take a few losses, but I just want to get my portal stones finished. Oh, sorry, I missed your message. Oh, sorry. In between the tow battle, put your handset on airplane mode. Oh man, I don't think the devs will appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. See if the rewards are good, then turn. Yeah, that although that's something, a lot of, yeah, it's there. Yeah, that's some people use. I personally don't use it, man. I don't use any. I don't. I won't, actually. You know what? I don't call it a hack. Many of you will say like, hey, you know what, don't hack, don't, airplane mode is a hack. I don't think it's an actual hack, but it's what's called a game. It's actually a loophole in the game, and it's not something the player should be actually blamed for. uh so I don't know, I don't do it, and I wouldn't I wouldn't like to continue talking about that for obvious reasons. But yeah, do what you want, man. Guys, it is what it is. Airplane mode's been around. It's something people use for a lot of things, but yeah, that's a glitch. Yeah, there you go. That's a glitch. Exactly. It's not something that it's not a hack at all. And I'll tell you what, there was someone. I think someone was discussing about this in one of the streamers stream, and they were like, people going like, hey, they stop being a hacker, stop being a hacker. And I'm like, dude, it's not a hack. It's, if you can't, it's like, it's a loophole, right? It's a loophole. But let me tell you guys that from my experience or whatever, but from speaking to some other players in the game as well, there are, the devs do, they don't appreciate that. And there are, I personally know of, not personally, but I do know, like, in, through some contacts, that there are people who actually got banned for that. So I don't know, man. I be just keep away from that. Um, and yeah, it takes me, it probably, but yeah, that exists. Anyway, let's not continue talking about that. I also use it for charging. Okay, well, yeah, man. There are a lot of ways around that. So uh, but yeah, guys, that's what it is. That's the way the game is. There are ways. There are so many ways around things, right? Hey, Celtic Samari, welcome, man. I remember you from either from my own stream or from some other stream. But welcome, man, to the stream. Glad you could join. We are 56 minutes in, and how many stones I've got? I've got 36 stones, so we should be good for another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll try and level off the stream. But guys, I wish everyone the best for this event. If nothing else, get yourself those free tokens, keep them saved, and go all out for the next Toland event. All right, or if you don't want a Toland, then, well, then just keep the tokens for the next one after that. Uh, but you got to always keep a check on, just I'm not trying to say how and when you should spend on things, but just as from my sort of view, just you know it's easy to be tempted by doing every event. Pick and choose what you want to pick and choose your events carefully, so you don't land up you know spending some ridiculous amount of the game. That's just my thing. I'm everywhere, lol. Hey, Superbok, hey man, welcome. I remember you as well from before. Glad you could join. So it's almost on the hour mark. You got 10 minutes, 10 people watching, man. That's for me. That's a great audience. Um, Now originally I think I was scheduled to stream in the evening today at about 8:30 p.m. UK time. But the reason I'm actually and this is because Zalon or Bo might watch this like, hey man, you told us that you're going to be streaming at in the evening, but why are you doing it now? It's in the US. It's like, I don't know which time zone, but in Central Standard Time, it's like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 a.m. there. I don't really expect anyone to be awake, so I just thought I'll do this, and I think the slot is empty anyway. So I went ahead and did the stream. So I hope you guys don't mind. I will do another sort of I will do another stream in the evening when I try, just to sort of say hi to you guys. But because I'm not doing the event, like, in the actual sense of it, it's you probably be bored just listening to me talk and ramble on. Central Time, 4:52 a.m. There you go. So it's pretty early. And so Zama, if you, what are you guys what are you doing being awake? Oh, maybe you got some work, and yeah, maybe you're an early riser. So all cool. That's nice. And anyway, if you guys are wondering, I drop lightning in almost every battle, and that's because I have a relic that gives me those free lightning spells. And I like to use that. And oh yeah, and guys, man, How many of you have actually leveled up your reinforced grip relic, man? That gives you that crazy new storm spell. I haven't actually worked on mine. I did, and this is crazy. I know some of you might have. I know many of you haven't actually managed to get even one of them. But I was pretty lucky. I got I have three-star reinforced grips, and I have to level each of them out because of the storm level. But mine's, oh, your 3 stars at 10. Wow, man, that's amazing. Good choice. And do they look cool? They look so cool, right? I have to level it up, and I'm gonna put it onto my Odin, and hopefully I'll be able to do some better raids on garrisons, because all those grenadiers standing at the back, I can drop that spell, and it should be able to do some crazy damage. So looking forward to that. I'm waiting for the 4 stars. Yeah, the 4 star is in there. Now the other thing, guys. Oh, hey, Faranic, welcome to stream. Yeah, next stream session. Oh, so next stream session. I think I'm missing something. Uh, Odin is a beast. Yeah, Odin is man, is a killer. And as someone not having the best Odin in the game, I have an Odin um, with Archer's AP and Archer's armor. And actually, armor is not bad, but AP I've learned is not something one desperately needs as an X skill, because archers naturally have a lot of AP, and the relics also give you AP. But then again, I'm pretty happy with my Odin, and uh, I beat 25 Odins with level 25 Odin. Oh, yeah. See, you can yeah. So Celtic, that's true. There's a lot you can do with it's a lot you can do with Odins, man. They're pretty crazy. There hasn't been a stream. Oh, right. There has been a stream for, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's true. There wasn't one. A bit of dry spell. Um, Actually, one of the other reasons is there are not a lot of streamers. Uh, there are not a lot of DOT streamers in the UK. Zaid Gamer, I know. I think I asked him that in a chat whether he would be doing a live stream this week, and he's from UK. He said yes. So, but I don't know when he's going to do one. He probably will do one in the. He probably is a little busy man at the moment, I would expect. Uh, uh, but he should be coming out with a stream today, so look out for that as well. But I have a stream set up for late night tonight in the UK. That's 8:30 p.m. Which is about, let's say, 8 hours from now. Little less than 8 hours from now. Not 8 hours. What am I saying? 10 hours from now, right? So if you want to catch another dose of my rambling on, uh, man, oh, look at that. Celtics comment got clipped by the bot. Um, yeah, well, I don't consider that a word to be anything ridiculous, but yeah, go ahead. I prove that. To work, lol, start at 12. Enjoy gaming. Yeah. Let me see if I'm missing any comments there. Frantic, there hasn't been a stream. Okay, that got that. Castle level 2, Castle level 25. So yeah, you can beat Castle level 25. I need to get to work. Lol, starts at 12. Enjoy gaming. All right, cool, man. Cool. Catch you around. Thanks for tuning in, man. It's Friday with you guys anyway. Yep, it's Friday evening, and yeah, Friday with the streamers. Friday is a good day. Friday's a good day. Everyone's chilling out. Glad I could find so many PP lands, man. That's normally I have a dry spell. So we just crossed the 1 hour 5 minutes mark. 9 people watching, man. Nice. So yeah, guys, I hope, and I already, so yeah, Feranic, Celtic, Celtic gone away. Superblock, I mean, how are you guys doing on the event, man? You finding the event worth your time, and etc. Let me know. I love the way the Panthers can just sometimes just smash into things and kill them in one go, man. Panthers are crazy. I'm pretty amped. I really would love to see a video come out from someone soon once they get some get their new Storm Maiden X Titans leveled up, and use a highly buffed, let's say Ladega or something, with with buffed Panthers against buffed Storm Maidens, man. It'd be what nice to see, and we kind of know how well it goes. Token collecting for me. Join the club, man. Join the club. Um, so yeah, there you go. Let's go. Level 51. Moving on. Got 18-1. I'm in Europe, Switzerland, and miss a lot of USA's live streams. See, that's you're like me, man. You're like me. When I'm asleep, like let's say between like 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. UK time, there are, I think, Godan and who's the late night king, that Shooter McGavin, and there's Godan as well. Maybe I missed. Yeah, so there, and even Zalon sometimes they have streams then, and I can't. I'm not. I'm fast asleep. Um, so yeah, I do miss them as well. So yeah, it's nice to have few of us from here in Europe to get a few out in the morning for the rest of the community, right? I plan to finish the event. Okay, our team is top 50 at the moment. Wow, nice, man. That's nice. If you want to tell me which alliance it is, I'm happy to give a shout out. But yes, that's awesome, man. If you are, as you know, if everyone is like-minded, you're pushing for the event. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So that's go in my team as well. Like there are a few finishers in my team, and we are like top, well, top 100, let's say. Okay, or take 60 or something. But once you have like-minded people, and oh, you're an NTG. Sorry, man. Sorry, I should have probably picked that up. But yes. Um, so but yeah, man. So if and you know what I say, if anyone's doing this event, you are only doing the event because you want to go beyond level, beyond 14k souls. No one's going to be do this event and say like, hey, I'm going to stop at, if you're going to go to the event and like stop at like 12,000 souls something, that's a bad choice. You might have people going up to 14,000 souls and just get that Grimwald. But to me, that's not really value for money. But well, people will agree and disagree on that. But let's say, um, one man's opinion, right? Oh, set that up, man. I wish. Let's drop that lightning. Drop that lightning. Drop that lightning. Sometimes I get this lightning drops well, but sometimes I don't. Non-toxic gamers, yes, absolutely. Yeah, I recognize NTG, man, and you guys are awesome. Let's so big shout out to non-toxic gamers. Obviously, you guys killing it, man. I think all your sub wings, if I call that, your different pods, they all do pretty well. So and cracking it, and you do well, and you do this in legends and stuff like that, man. My alliance, we're just chilling out in elite. Uh, oh wow, nice, congrats. It is that's what it is, guys. You know, it's a whole different ball game in Masters, and now even in Champions. It's getting tougher and tougher. So, there is nothing in the middle which splits the event. Yes, that's the problem. You eat everything juicy is upwards from 14,000 souls. There's absolutely nothing worth getting till like 14,000 souls, which yeah, that's the problem. Superbug. My personal minimum goal is Skolgrim. Okay, that's at 14,000 souls because I need it for the Pantheon relic. Absolutely. Bracers of Wrath. Is that what? That's the one, isn't it? Uh, so yeah, if you have a goal in mind, you have a Titan that you think can really use that Bracers of Wrath and stuff like that. Go for it, man. Go for it. Um, I'm not going to be discouraging anyone at all. Everyone has a different perspective on the usefulness of things. It's different opinions, and having different opinions is what makes this game interesting. If we all thought, and if we all thought that this, the event is not worth it, then who's going to have those new X-Kill Titans, right? That's the drawback of Theaters of War. Very good point, Kumar. Very good point. Because yeah, when you do the Theaters of War, you can't. And again, remember, guys, if you're doing Theaters of War, unless you're doing it completely free to play, you are still putting in some. You are spending. All right. Maybe not. You're not actually buying gems to do this, but you are spending from your existing gem packs. Uh, but if you're not, but if you're doing completely, if you did the Theaters of War completely free to play, and you got all those relics up to 14,000 souls, you'll be like, hey, why am I doing this event? So I completely agree with you, Kumar. Theaters of War make it's a fun event, but when you get everything you need that's coming in the subsequent event, yeah, that's that is not good. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's get this set up. I didn't turn that correctly, but no, free spell. Gotta drop that free spell. Let's see if we can drop this perfectly. There you go. But yeah, Storm Maidens are awesome, man. They're awesome. I can't wait to start unlocking them, playing with them. So I look out to all of you guys in NTG, events are us and top 3 teams, man. Do get us the souls. No, but don't worry, my Alliance is doing its bit. We've although we are not in the top 50, I know we've done our fair share. I enjoy Theaters of War. Yes, I enjoyed it as well. No doubt about that. The new Theaters of War with the separate timers and clocks for each of the different tiers. I liked it. I liked it. The only thing I would say is, the way the whole Theaters of War have come about. They gave us brilliant Theaters of War for the fire and ice. Our expectations went, up the roof. And then they gave us that the poison one, which was horrible for most of us at least. All right, I'm not, if you got a Kamathi from that, then you're excluded from this comment. But most of us didn't like that event. And then when they dropped the theaters, the lightning, they were trying to redeem themselves, give us a better one. So in comparison to the poison one, the theater is obviously good. And yes, so I think overall it's good. And I definitely enjoyed the fact that I could use different theaters to continue to level up my Titans. So I think all in all, it was a success. I would like to see this sort of flavor of Theaters of War come out again. If they added some 3-star Titans and removed the 2-star relic from gold arenas, then I think it would be perfect balance. Yes, true. We didn't get any. I don't think anyone got any Titans. Yeah, I think there were no Titans from this event. But yes, if there were Titan drops, and yeah, even three-star Titan drops from the gold and the silver, even very good value for money. Okay, this is my last portal. I think last battle, because that's 4. Yeah, I got 4 portal stones left. So while I do this battle, let me give shout out to everyone. Yeah, no Titans. Hey, Gaming Zone. After some battles, it's boring to collect or move in some manner as you are presently. Come on, man, boost your souls. Yeah, I'm doing my best, man. Doing my best. Um, don't get me wrong. I do go bonkers in many events. But this one's just not for me, man. Just not for me. That's grinding for you, yeah, absolutely. Let's see if I can drop. See, one thing that I find interesting about titans that hide within trees. that the AI is able to hide their troops within trees, but when you hide your own troops within the trees, the enemy troops can still kind of see you. Right? That's kind of a bit odd. Someone mentioned this actually on the devs live stream, so I'm hoping that the devs can address that. And it should be fair, right? It should work both ways. All right, there you go. I think I'm just gonna mark this castle for my fellow alliance members. Level 22, active PP, active PP. Oh man, come on. Alright, there you go. Fantastic. Alright guys, so that's it for me. It's been a good stream. I'm glad I could get this out. I 7 people watching, man. Thank you for sticking by, and for my new subscribers, Vladimir, thank you. I think I got your name correctly now. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Faranic Gaming Zone, Kumar, Superbok, Faranic, Celtic, Zomsid Rage if you're still around, Swayam, Raghavin. Oh, sorry, I also got your name. Sorry, Ricardo. Just scrolling through. Anyone I've missed so far? Trevor Lee, if you're still around. Jim NTG, and Collie, my very first viewer on the stream. Thank you all for this audience. I will catch you around in another stream. Have a brilliant grind, guys. Cheers. Bye.